Hey TransLash family, it's me, Amara Jones, with our weekly audience TalkBack. But before we dive into the topics of what was most talked about across all of our social media channels and digital and you name it, is the fact that you'll notice that my face is beat. And it's beat because we have started a brand new round of tapings for our next short documentaries for TransLash. Yay, balloon drop, where are the balloons? No special effects because I'm not recording in the studio. And we're super excited to present you a whole host of new content for this year. Our content was just named as a nominee by Queerty as Best Digital Series, or nominee, but you know, we haven't won yet. So we're thrilled for that designation. Go to any of our pages to vote for us. Go to the Queerty website and, vote for us there. We're also thrilled to be in the company of some amazing other digital series, but we wanted to just thank you for our bringing us to this point in terms of recognition and engagement, and to say that we have so much more coming, which is why, again, my face is beat, to talk about a whole host of topics. 2020 is a big year for us and our community, not because so much is at stake only in terms of the election, but because we continue to live and grow and create and thrive and be and dream despite all of the attacks against us. And so we're going to be talking about all of that. We're going to be talking about it in so many different ways. So many different types of content are going to roll out this year from TransLash. Super excited about that. There'll be opportunities for you as our audience to work with us. We're going to be talking about that. So go to the blog this week. The blog will talk about everything that I just spoke about in more detailed, about what's coming, how you can get involved, what's happening. So go read the blog. So what are y'all talking about? Well, it's Black History Month. Yay. And so much of the talk was about all this stuff related to Black history. The fact that there's an article in The Nation about how the first known drag queen in the country was a former slave who went by the Queen. And so everyone was talking about that, super excited about that. See Riley Norton's book, Black on Both Sides. We had a post up about that, telling everyone to go read about the intersections of trans and race in notions of womanhood in the United States. Riley's book is amazing. I personally read it. I love it. Black on Both Sides, it's called. You have to read it. It's a great read. And the fact that Brian Michael Smith is going to be the first transgender character, transmasculine character in a mainstream series. And that's going to be totally amazing. So in all these different ways, Black history is in the past. It's now being created by trans people in the present. As I say all the time, we're gonna have a future because we've had a past. So Black History Month and trans issues, y'all are gangbusters on in a major, major way, and that's super exciting. Also, what was spoken about a lot was a lot of the new initiatives and policies that are against us, not only at the state level, we spoke about in that TalkBack last week about it, but also these proposed cuts in Social Security and also Medicare and Medicaid by the Trump administration and how they're disproportionately going to impact queer folks and disabled folks in our community, and people are very concerned about that. So that is not a surprise, and we're going to continue to talk about those things as well. And then we had a lot of cultural posts that did really well in terms of talking about the fact that trans people belong in lesbian spaces because many of us are queer. There are such a thing as trans women who are lesbians. There's such a thing as trans masculine people, trans men who are gay and attracted to other men, and how we belong in these queer spaces and how they need to open up for us. Lots of talk this week about gendering and misgendering and how that's factoring into our society. So there's so much happening in terms of our history, in terms of policy, in terms of culturally where we are in this moment. So much going on. Stay engaged with us, stay on all our pages. We'll keep talking back to you. Tell us what you want to talk about in our TalkBack. We're going to have guest TalkBacks, a whole bunch of other things this year. So stay tuned. Stay woke this week. There's lots of election stuff that's happening. It's so relevant to our community at the state level, at the local level. Stay tuned, stay engaged, stay with TransLash, read TransLash, share TransLash, hashtag, and have a great rest of your week, TransLash family. And you know, they did a really good job on my contour, right? And y'all see I got new stuff in my hair. Okay, bye.